This is a favorite photo of mine that I took last year. It's a picture of our galactic center in the Milky Way Galaxy. The reason why this is one of my absolute favorite picture is because it's a relatively difficult picture to take. But not anymore, because in today's video I'm going to show you how you can take picture of Milky Way. What is up everybody, Keshav here with another new video, and this time it's a tutorial on how to take a picture of Milky Way, because galactic center is a really tricky thing to take photo with our normal DSLRs. So I hope this video will help you grab some insights and learn something new today, and hopefully you'll be able to take picture of Milky Way someday. So let's begin with a few basic things that you need. The first thing is you need a camera, you need a lens, and you need a good tripod. In my case, when I took this picture last year, I was using Canon 80D with a Sigma 18-35 f1.8 aperture lens and a trusty travel tripod. So once we have our gears, let's move towards ideal shooting conditions. Milky Way's galactic center is fairly a tricky thing to photograph because you cannot see the galactic center all around the year. You need to look into the galactic center calendar that is found widely online. I'll be putting the links to some of them in the description below. And if you want a really simple solution, then there is this free app called Skyview Lite. Now this app will help you to track whether or not you'll be able to see Milky Way in the night. The second shooting condition is you need to have clear skies, meaning no clouds. If you have clouds, no bueno. The third shooting condition is no light pollution. Typically you would want to move away from the cities and go to other places where there are no light pollution, or preferably go to higher altitude. In my case, I took this picture from Manang village, which is situated at 3,500 meters above the sea level. And the fourth shooting condition is avoid nights with a bright moon, meaning you don't want to have another bright thing on the night sky whenever you are taking the picture of Milky Way. So those were the four shooting conditions that you need to look out for. And now let's jump to the camera settings. So the first setting is you need to make sure you are taking raw photos instead of JPEG, because eventually when you sit on the computer you want to be able to edit those pictures, and JPEGs do not provide a lot of editing flexibility compared to raw photos. So the second setting is shutter speed. Now there is this old 500 rule and there is this new NPF rule. The formulas are mentioned below if you want to get the exact shutter speed for your camera and for your lens. Here's what I do. I start from 10 seconds and I eventually increase till 15 or 16 seconds, and I use that range as a sweet spot and I tweak it accordingly as I go along. The third setting is the big and important one. It's about aperture, meaning the opening on your lens. You would want to keep the opening on your lens as big as possible, as wide as possible, so that you can bring in more light into your sensor. The reason why you would want to do is very simple. The galactic center is very far from your camera, so you would want more light to come through the lens into your sensor. So having a big aperture on a lens is recommended. So what I suggest is try something with f2.8, f2, f1.8, or even higher, f1.4 if you have a lens that has those big aperture. But if you are using something like a kit lens or something like a f4 lens, don't let your hopes down. Go out and try and take a picture and see how the results are there. The results won't be as good as the ones are taken with much bigger aperture, but remember to just have fun sometimes instead of getting too much into the gear. The fourth setting is ISO. Depending upon how well your camera handles the noise levels, you need to boost your ISO somewhere between 2000 to 4000, and some people do recommend going way above to 6400. So you need to find the right balance of shutter speed, aperture and ISO, and play around and see what helps you get good exposed Milky Way. Now the final camera setting is put your camera on a manual focus mode. You do not want to use autofocus, and ideally it's a good thing to focus on the brightest star on the sky because you want your Milky Way to be in focus. And the last setting, although being optional, I recommend people doing that is setting a timer of 2 seconds at minimum, because when you press the shutter button and release the shutter immediately, there is a slight chance that you might move the camera when you press the shutter button. So just put a timer of 2 seconds. So that is how you take a picture of Milky Way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was clear. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try to get back to you. And another piece of advice that I wanna leave to young filmmakers and photographers is, this is quite difficult picture in my opinion. In my case, I definitely went through a lot of hoops to finally be able to take this picture. I think this was my 6th or 7th attempt in which I was finally able to get these pictures. So if you are trying and if you are not able to get a good picture in a first or second attempt, please don't give up your hope. So work on your gear, try to have the right gear for the right work, do your planning, find a good weather to shoot a Milky Way, find a good location to shoot, and remember to have fun because that's super important, right? And an announcement that I would like to make in this video is, if you like this image or any other image on my Instagram, I recently set up my Teespring store from where you can order the prints. I just wanted to have a platform online where people who like my work can come and buy the prints. If you are someone from Nepal, then you can reach out to me via email directly to purchase the prints. And yeah, thank you guys for watching till here. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.